do all the things. Let's try to make this a little bit bigger and make sure that you all can hear me and see me. Alrighty, so good evening, friends. I am Dr. Tamaya Colvin, founder of Tamaya Colvin Education, host of the Photo Cookout, and I am super excited tonight to chat with you again. If you are on my inbox or on my email list, you know that on the other night I tapped in and I talked to you all about why maybe your clients were perhaps purchasing Beyoncé tickets. Grace is online right now. She's online buying SZA tickets, and she's in college, so I'm still a bit unclear as to why she's spending her money on very expensive tickets. But nonetheless, here we are tonight, and thank you, Ivory, for telling sister that mommy is at work. Thank you. Alrighty, so we are tonight going to chat about why maybe your clients are investing in a service or an experience perhaps, and maybe they're not booking you the way that you think that they should be, right? Because I've been seeing a little haterade and stuff on my timelines, and you all are like, oh well, first you managing other people's pocketbooks, and I don't really like that, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me. It's not letting me do it tonight. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's going the other way. All right, so let me see what I can do here. Okay, let's go. Alrighty, so I'm ready. Okay, so let's just have a little chat tonight about some things. You know, because I've been seeing how y'all been feeling a little bit about clients getting Beyonce tickets and stuff like that. And so I want to have a real candid conversation with us about maybe why people are booking clients or maybe not booking you, and maybe deciding that, you know what, I'm going to risk it all to go to this concert and maybe not book a photography session or etc. And let's change some of our mindsets, and let's talk about some ways that we can perhaps maybe level up our brand to meet and or exceed um, the Beehive and Beyonce and such. All right. So first things first, I'm here at I'm on the Beyonce website. And so I'm just going to go through here and I'm going to see some things here, and we're going to point them out together as to perhaps maybe why somebody would choose what she's doing versus maybe what you're offering on your website, right? That's what we're going to see. All right. So, first things first, when I come to this website, the very first thing that I see is an opt in for me to leave my email address. Sign up now for the latest info and updates. Okay. Now, those of you that are listening, and it's not too many tonight, which is fine, how many of you have an opt-in or a place for people to leave their website as soon as they come to your website? So as soon as they come there, there's a pop-up available, and bam, I am able to leave my email address here for you, or here for that person, so that I can stay connected to them. How many of you that are listening, how many of you have a way for your clients to stay connected with you through the booking process or tell you about their promotions and all the things, right? So I am not a certified Beehive member. I will tell you that up front. I am not on the email list. I don't know. I don't know about the secret code. I don't know about none of it. Okay. So if you're listening, how many of you are allowing clients two things? One, there's a pop-up that comes up on your screen that allows people to opt in to sign up for your latest info and updates. Very first thing out the gate. Do you have a pop-up or something on the very boom when I come to your website? I know immediately that I can leave my email address to stay connected with you. Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you have that, or a I need to work on that in the comment section, so we can just kind of take a bit of a mental note of some of the things that we need to work on when we finish this call. Okay, so if you are listening, tell me thumbs up. Yes, Dr. T, I have a pop-up. It's there. People can join my email list when they come to my page. Part two is, if you don't have that and you want to have that, then you comment so we'll know that you need to work on adding, just like your little checklist, right? That people need to work on, or something that you need to work on for tonight, that when people finish, or when people come to your website, or when we finish this call tonight, you know that there are some things that we can work on when you're finished. Okay. All right. So perfect. Okay. So good job. So I'm proud of you all for knowing that there are some places that already, just within the first 5 minutes, that you can work on to improve your website. Okay. So let me try this right here. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to do that over there. I'm going to try this on the Instagram because TikTok was being a little strange. All right. So welcome, Instagram, if you're joining in. I'm Dr. T. Tonight we're talking about why your clients are not booking you pretty much and buying and going to Beyonce tickets. All right. So that caught you up that fast. So part one is that over here, when we took a look, that your people are over here, you did not have a pop-up or a way for people to stay connected with you. Because I'm on the Beyonce website. I'm not in the Beehive. I'm not. Okay. But I know that my friends that are joining in and that are, they members of the club, right? So they have already told me that they were on the email list and they received a code already to join in and to get the updates, right? So part one, give me a thumbs up again if you're just not joining on Instagram, that, hey, Dr. T, I have a pop-up on the first page of my website as soon as you're here, that I can, or you can, or a potential client can stay up to date with me and my bookings and all the things when they're on my website. So if you have that, give me a thumbs up in the chat. If you don't have that, let me know in the comments that, hey, that's something that I need to work on. Making sure that you have a way for people to stay connected with you as soon as they get to your website. If you don't have that, you are losing clients out of the gate. Okay. Part two to this, once you have that pop up on the screen, right? Now, I just told you that a lot of my friends that are in the Beehive, right? They have codes in advance. They're part of the fan club. I'm not, but they have codes already to get, and they know first dibs about the concert days. They know the things about the release. They got outfits, mystery boxes, all the things. So now I'm going to ask you, are you communicating with your clients in the same way that Beyoncé is? When you have a mini session, when you're doing Valentine's Day, when you're doing spring, Mother's Day, all the things, are you staying up to date and keeping in communication with your clients when there's something happening in your business and throughout the process? Not when you're going on tour, right? But I want to know, are you communicating with them weekly, bi-weekly or monthly to let them know what's happening in your business. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if Dr. T, I'm talking to them. I'm sending newsletters outside of my promotions, and I'm also working on my promotions and letting them know all of those things as well. So if that's you, you get a 2 stars from me tonight if you're telling them about your promotions and you're staying in touch with them via your newsletter. If you're not, let me know in the comments that that's something that you need to work on so that we can again, okay, remind you of some of the things that you need to do in business moving ahead. All right. So let me know in the chat. Let me know how we looking. Tell me if you're good or if that's another checkbox place that you might need to work on. So just tell me so that I can know if you need to work on that as well. It's okay. It's no problem. We're just making you know, we're just making note of some of the things that we need to work on, because sometimes it's not that our clients don't want to support us. That's not it all the time. Sometimes we have to level up in the way in which we communicate with them and letting them know how we're doing business. See, the thing here is that Beyoncé is telling her tribe and her community what she's doing when she's going on tour, all the things. Are you doing the exact same thing? If you're not, then that's why your people going to the concert and not going to you, because you didn't even tell them that you were going on tour. You didn't tell them about your holiday promotions. You don't talk to the people. You don't do nothing. Okay. So let me know in the chat if that's the area that we're going to work on and getting that together. Let me know. Let me know if that's what you're working on. Okay. Let me know if that's something that you're doing already or if that's something that you need to work on. Just be honest. It's okay. That's why we're here. We're here to get better. Okay. All right. So now we know, okay, Dr. T, we know that 2 things. One, we need to have an email opt-in, so when people come to your site that they can do that. And then the second thing is that you need to be communicating with your clients and your people on your email list a little bit more frequently than what you are. All right, so now I'm going to the website. All right, bam, I'm here. Okay, now I'm going to ask you, when is the date of your last headshot that you updated on your website? Because see, I know that these photos were taken all of 2 days ago or so, and these are already on her website. So now I'm going to ask you, when is the last time that you personally took a new headshot and updated it on your website? And part 2 of that is, when is the last time that you updated your website with your most recent work? So tell me in the chat 2 things. One, when's the last time you yourself updated your headshot? Tell me that. Because see, we're talking about why your clients are going to other people, right? Why are they out buying Beyonce tickets? So I'm going to have to ask you personally, when is the last time that you updated your personal brand? So we can't be fussy about our clients going to doing other things if we ourselves have not updated some of our things that we need. All right. So tell me in the chat, when was the last time you updated your website with your headshot and or updated work? Tell me in the chat because I want to know. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and tell me. Oh man, you all are super quiet tonight. I don't know what happened. Tell me, when was the last time you updated your website? And when was the last time you updated yourself, you, and the last time that you added new work? Alrighty. So if we are in 2023, it's been about 6 weeks or so into the year. So now it seems like it's a perfect time, don't you think, to add either a new headshot of yourself or add new photos to your website. Okay. So great job, baby doll Tosh. So if you have not done that, just kind of jot down. Great job, Gregory. So if you haven't done that, just give yourself a little check mark or a little thing here on what you need to add in. So we know for sure that we need to add in an opt-in for our email. We know that we need to start communicating with our newsletter. If you haven't updated the work on your website, that's a great place to start. Okay. And making sure that you yourself are present in the best way possible. Now, we know Beyonce personally did not get on here and update her own website. We know that. But I am asking you all that if you have new work or you're living your super best life, right, inside of your camera now, I am going to ask for you all to start updating your website to include some of your most recent work. Okay? Alrighty. Deal? Okay. Now, one of the other things that I see once I scroll on here, we see a lot of brand consistency, which is awesome. But one of the other things that I want to point out is that I can immediately come here and start shopping, right? I want to know now, at the very top of your website, is there a place for me to book you, which is called above the fold? Above the fold is right before I have to scroll down more on my website, right? So that's called above the fold. So right in this first screen of your website, is there a place for me to book now in the heading of your website? I want to come here. I want to book you right now. I don't want to scroll down. I don't want to see any buttons. I don't want to see anything else besides book now. Do you have a book now, like she has a shop button on your website in the header? That's what I'm asking you now. Is there a super duper book now? Give me some money right here at the top of your screen. Give me a yes or a no. And I'm checking the chats. Is that a yes or a no? Comment and let me know if you have a button where I can press and I can automatically give you money right before I scroll down your website. If you don't, then we're going to add that to your list of things that that you need to update. So an inquiry or contact us, I need something that says very clearly book now. Book now. I don't want to contact me. I don't want to check me out. I don't want any of that. Is it a button that clearly says give me money at the top of your screen? If it is not, then we need to make a change so that your clients can make it very easy for them to give you money. Does that make sense for you all? And why that would be important? Okay. So we want to make sure that we make it super easy for our clients to book us. And already, I think that's probably 5 things that we have already that we need to address on our websites. Okay. Very quickly, email opt-in. Secondly, communicating with your clients, right? Sending them your offers ahead of time, making sure that you've updated your website with yourself, like new images of you, new images of your work, and that very quickly at the top of your page there is a book now button that people can go to. Is that very clear? And the final one of the night, the bonus that I'm going to throw in, is that are people able to know exactly what you photograph when we go to your website? That means that I know immediately that you are a high school senior photographer, that you are a sports photographer, that you are a beauty photographer, etc. Is it easy for me to know that without me having to figure out that you do like multiple genres? And that's my final one for tonight. I don't want to keep you on very long tonight. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to show you my website here. And this is what I was talking about. So when you come to my website, in the header, very much so up here at the top, it says very quickly what we just talked about, book now. It says it very quickly, book now. That's what I'm asking you to have. Book now at the top, book now above the fold. That's what I'm asking you to do. Okay. So if somebody comes to your website, you want to make it where it is super duper easy for people to come to your website to book you and to give you money, right? So somebody asked, could I repeat the list? So I'll go through it again. So one, make sure that you have an email pop-up that people can get on your email list. Number two, that you're communicating with your clients via your newsletter often, and letting them know that when you're having your sales and your promotions and what's happening in your business. Part three of that is making sure that you have an updated updated headshot of yourself. So if you scroll down to me on here, these are updated images of myself. Making sure that you have updated images of your client work, your most recent client work on your website, so that that's working. And then making sure, our last thing, part 5, is making sure that you have a book now button at the very top of your screen to make people giving you their money very easily. Okay. Are there any questions tonight? Any questions tonight? Any questions? All right, so great question. Somebody asked, if they hit the book now, how do we know if pre-qualified money wise? So great question, Angie. All righty, so I'm guessing she's asking the question, if they hit the button, how do we know that they are ready to pay, right? And so one of the things that I suggest is make sure that you have at least a starting point, as far as like your pricing. What day was that? 2 days ago, I went live talking about your client workflow. And so if you are in my Facebook group, you can watch that replay. And it will tell you exactly how I run my client sessions, and when they book, what exactly they get back from me, so that it explains my entire client process all the way, so that people know exactly how to work with me and what my process is. So if you're not in Tamaya Coven Education, the group, if you're listening on Instagram, the link is in my bio. That it will tell you my exact everything, my entire workflow I went over 2 days ago, and it's pinned to the top of my group. So if you are lost and you need a little bit of support there, then it's available right there for you to show you everything. So it's pinned to the top of the group. Even if you're watching live now and you're like, man, how does this work? What is the workflow? If you go to the top of the group, there's a video there from earlier that will tell you everything, my entire workflow, so that you don't have to try to figure it out. And then on Friday, on this Friday at noon, I'm going to be talking about how to do your pricing and how to run an in-person sale super duper quick, where it's not taking like hours of your time to get going. So that's what I'll talk about on Friday. And so all of those are free at the very top of my Facebook group if you're not there, so that you can get all of that information. It's no cost. You just pop in and listen. I also want to let you know that my Momentum Mastermind cohort is open. Class starts on February 23rd, 2023. Our course orientation and our official start date is March the 2nd. That class meets every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It goes over my 6 core beliefs and what is super duper important in your business. So every week, or every 2 weeks, we'll talk about what's included, and we go over your mindset, ideal client, brand identity, workflows and systems, and Sprout pricing, in-person sale, making sure your website revisions are, yay, I'll see you there. Making sure your website is together, and making sure that you have a solid marketing plan that includes newsletters and all the things that I talked about for your website here. That class is $299 a month. It's $2,500 for a one-time payment, or every 2 weeks, $150 bi-weekly. And so that link is here. I will provide that for you, so that if you want to learn from me bi-weekly and be a part of the Momentum Mastermind, where we really dive deep into all of these things, you can see all of the everything that you want to know about it. If you have a question, just click it right here, and then I can answer anything that you want to know. I have a few minutes, Cassandra. If you want to give me the review, if you want to give me your website, I'm happy to do it for you. If you want to pop in really fast, we're just going to do that 5-point check that I just gave. If you want to give me your website, sure, no problem. We can definitely go over it. I got about 5 minutes. If you leave me the link, I will get up in there real fast. Alrighty, so let's see what we got here. Hold on. Alrighty, so Cassandra is here. Hold on. Captured by Chris. So we're going to do the 5-point check that we just went over. And we're going to compare this to our Beyoncé page. We're just gonna compare it right there. So let's take a peek. All right, so this is Cassandra's page, captured by Chris. So first thing I'm checking is, Cassandra, is there a way for me to join your newsletter right up front? And is there a place for me to join the newsletter at all? Let me check. Cassandra, do you have a place for people to join your newsletter on here? anywhere? I don't see that. You're going to have to tell me in the chat. Okay, all right. So right out the gate, first things first, that's one of the things that I'm going to recommend is that you have a way for people to know. Just like when we went to our Beyoncé page, first things first that we looked at, there was a pop-up that popped up that allowed us to join this right here to get on her email list. And so I'm suggesting that you have the same, that you have something where people can join your email list, and then you're keeping up with them. Second part of that was making sure that you're communicating with your clients in advance of your promotions, of everything that is happening inside of your business. So if you don't have a newsletter, then I'm going to suggest that you start something here that people can sign up for your website, and you stay in contact with them. Because just because I'm not ready, like I may not be ready to book you today, that doesn't mean that I don't want to find out, like if you're doing engagement sessions or a couple sessions or anything like that for Valentine's Day, Lucky Charms, anything. I need to know that. So that's first order of business that I would suggest. Also, it looks this couple looks very out of place. That's a side note. I think you were trying to be diverse, and it doesn't match anything else on the page. So just a heads up. I love your new headshot. Anytime you're on the first page of your website, I want to make sure that that photo is looking at the person, that it helps you build trust in that space. So it's a beautiful picture, but I would love to see something. Let me see over here. Right. Something like this where I get to see you. I get to connect with you. All right, Black girls, I'm here for it. That I get to like see you, know you. Even this one is cute. That first headshot over here, I want to be able to trust you, and it looks like you're going to ask for a lot of money. So I would prefer a photo here that connects me with you on their homepage there. This scrolling situation up here is a bit, I hate scrolling things at the top, but if you like it, then that's fine. I'm not going to fuss about it, but it's not something that I would, it's distracting. And then finally, my 5-point check. I see inquire-ish right here. I don't see any other places besides all the way down here for them to give you money. And so that's another thing that I want to make sure that it's big as hell, that book now, save your date, do something so that I can give you my money. Yeah. And that's it for the moment. If you were ever trying to get found on Google, there is absolutely no information in your page title, meta description, and there's 4 H1s. Let me go to this home page. Let me see if there's something there. Same. So if you're trying to get found on Google, you will never do so with the information that's on your website. And it looks like you're Atlanta lifestyle and wedding photographer. Atlanta wedding photographer. And that's 0 times on your page. You're never going to get found. Wedding photographer. That's 1 time. Shit, let me check Atlanta. 1 time. So this website it's cute, but it'll never get you paid. So if I were you, I would spend some time adding some more text to this page, making sure if you're trying to get found in Atlanta, that you have some things here, that some more words, some H1s. If you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, send me a DM and we can schedule a time to chat. Yeah, but that is something that is covered in my Momentum Mastermind on how to actually get found online. So I'm just going to plug myself one more time up in here. Website revisions to make sure that you're found on Google. Alrighty, so let me, Chris, any more questions for me? Let's see. S Craver Photography it will be tagged in the Facebook group. You're welcome. If you have a question, just hit the DM. And I'll give you a link to book some time on my calendar. All right, so are my pics ready, Webby? Okay. All righty, so let's see what's happening here. Brother, what's the link to your website? Let me see. Booking. Okay, here we go. Book L. Okay, here we go. All right, let me pull this up. All right. Okay, 5-star booking up front. All right. Okay. Yay. All right. So first order of business, what do this lady titties are out, but you know what? I'm gonna let that slide tonight. All righty. So first order of business, straight up that you got a 5-star already. So that you are allowing people to sign up on your website and stay connected with them. So thank you for that. Thank you for allowing us to let us know about all of these things. And I'm going to also suggest the same thing that I suggested to Chris, is making sure that you have a photo, maybe, let's see, about. Alrighty, so I'm going to ask Webby that you have a photo of yourself that you're looking at the camera so that we can know who you are and that we can stay connected to you, because right now you're looking out to somewhere that we're not sure about. And I want to know who you are as a person. So that's the first thing. And then going back here, let's see. Hold on. I'm out of space on my computer. Hold on. All right, so I have right here, I have book service, which is great. Thank you for that. Okay, hold on. Well, Webby, it seems like you like women's boobs, because there's another one. All right, so this one right here, I would have preferred to see that kind of in the front, especially if you're going to be shooting intimate details of women. Let people be able to know who you are so that we can connect with you. And I'm supposed to be able to choose an appointment. Now, my brother. Okay. Okay. So it looks like you photograph just about everything. Oh, it looks like you do. Okay. First, this is not that class, but I would suggest that you do a bit of deep diving about taking a peek into what it is that you offer, because it looks like you offer just about everything in Jesus' name. So if you could do a little bit of self-reflection here as to what it is that you offer and what you want to offer, then that will help. Because right now I got damn near everything on here. We got weddings, we got supermom, we got birthdays, graduations, maternities, headshots, events, children, and branding. So it's not uncommon for someone in this space to kind of start figuring out what it is that you offer. Because remember, when we're comparing ourselves to Beyonce, we're very clear, or she's very clear about what it is that she's offering, right? That we're going to come here, we're going to get Beyonce. When I come to your website, I'm a bit unsure what I'm going to get at the end of the session, right? So if you're providing an experience, I would like to know what type of Lord, it's a boob. I would like to know what type of service you are offering to these people, because I just saw some women, I saw a sports team, and now I see a family. So I would like to get a bit more cohesiveness in branding as to what it is that you offer, because it seems like it's a bit all over the place. If we're looking at your SEO, again, yours has absolutely nothing. And so you will never be found online either. Actually, I have no idea where you're located. If I scroll down some, hold on, let me see. Yeah, see, I don't even know. So I would add that in there as well, so that people coming to the page at least know where you're located, where you're at. Add a bit of SEO to help people get found. Yeah, I can see your portfolio is quite diverse, which is fine. But we just want to make sure that our clients are clear, just like Beyonce, what they're getting when they book us at all times. I hope that was helpful. Again, in the Momentum Mastermind, this 9-month course, we go over ideal client, brand identity, workflow and systems, pricing, in-person sales, website revisions, and making sure that you have a solid marketing plan. This is not uncommon. I help people in this area all the time. So if you have a question, make sure that you hit the DM and say, hey, I want to sit down with you for a little bit and let's talk about it. It's not free to talk to me, but I will send you a link that you can book some time on my calendar. All right. Anybody else? Before I go to night-night. Anyone else? Okay. Last call. Anyone else? Last call. Last call. You're most welcome. Last call before I turn the lights on in the club. Anybody? I got 2 minutes. All right. All right. Miss Roberts, good evening. I'm already loving that I see something already here. Hold on. Yay. Hold on. Let me get up in here. Miss Roberts, hold on. Okay. Let me pull you up. I'm going to knock this out in 2 minutes. All right. All right. So you're up here. Okay. Perfect. All right. So 5-point check. 5-point check. Friends, what's the first thing we're checking? What's the first thing we're checking? Y'all tell me in the chat. What's the first thing we're checking? What's the first thing we're checking? Tell me. All right. Good. Okay. First thing first, what we checking? Newsletter opt-in. Yes. Okay. So let's see. 5-point check. Does she get a point for having a pop-up that we can join her email list? Not yet. Okay. But we'll give her a star. Okay. Because we see it down here. Okay, Miss Roberts. So we just got to make sure that you can have it here. And this is November, so we got to update that. So one, we like it that it's here, but also make sure that it is popping up so that people, that's right, Lisa, so people that can subscribe and find out more about your bookings, like when you have them in November, if you do something in the spring, all the things. All right. So point 1, point 2. So you got to have us a pop-up and a newsletter. So you got something, but we just got to update it and make sure it's popping up. All right. 3 point. All right. So let's see. We have Miss Roberts, it's February. I think Santa went back to the North Pole. So you might want to update that so that, it's no longer Santa time. So making sure that our images are up close, are accurate and updated. Okay, now we're also now going to look and see if there is what friends have already said, book now meeting button. So we have investment, we got Santa, we got gallery, we got about. We see some stuff, but if I want to book you, how do I do that? I don't see a book give me money. I love this page, by the way. It's giving luxury. It's giving me a lot of money. and I like it. I have a page very similar, so we are on the same page. I am feeling you. I'm gonna give you a bonus point for having products like me, so you get a bonus for this. And I didn't even give a bonus section yet, but you get bonus points. But I do want to have I would love to see a book now button, so that is making it easy, especially because we're catering to moms with babes, right? You know, those babies start hollering and then they forget to come and book you, okay? Or we have pregnancy brain and it's done, right? So make booking you very easy, okay? So learn about my experience. These are great. And then I have an inquiry here, but make it a little bit easy, and so that they can inquire here. Make sure that booking you is super easy so that they don't get busy and forget to book you. Okay. So I just want to make that a little bit bold for you. And then I see you on here, which is cute. Love this headshot. You're looking at us. Perfect. Anything else, friends? Oh, let me check her SEO. I feel like it was gonna be great. All right, so Phoenix newborn and family photographer. Okay, cool. The only problem here is that let me see. I don't know if this is a show it site or what, but I don't see a H1 on this website. And because I don't see it on here, Google will also never find this page. Let me see who is the owner of this website. Let me see. Or you can tell me who you have your website on. Oh, Profoto. Okay, thank you. PP. Okay, good. So I can stop inspecting. Okay, I won't have to be nosy. Okay, so if it's Profoto, reach out to them and ask them how to add or make sure that you have a H2, or I'm sorry, H1 on this homepage. This right here, Arizona's luxury maternity and newborn photographer, should be at H1. It's Profoto. Okay, so inside on the back end of that, inside of on the back end, if you go on the back end of WordPress, on the right hand side, you can change the type of heading that it is. Make that a H1 instead of a regular paragraph text so that it can be found on Google. Otherwise, this site will never get found. Let me see some other things. Let me check something. I love this. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Add a button right here. Book me now. Book me again. I like your closet. Set up a consultation. So yeah, add some more booking pages. Booking links. So that we can get you booked. But I love this. I love all of this. This is beautiful. Okay. I love it. Alrighty, friends. So that concludes my time for tonight. Keep in mind, if you have questions about SEO, if you want me to review your website in detail, you want to do a 5-point check, if you have questions about the Momentum Mastermind, it is on that page. And all you have to do is click have questions or send me a DM. And I am happy to answer those questions for you at any given time. I have enjoyed my time with you all tonight. Don't stay a stranger in this community. If you have a question about something, post, ask your question so that we can support you and get you the help that you need. You all have a fantastic night.